Yo, what up, y'all? Thank y'all so much for dropping by, man. So before I dive into it, man, make sure you guys smash that like button. It does help the channel to grow. It helps YouTube and the algorithm push this video out so the car community can grow here with us, man. So, man, today I'm about to let you guys know what's going down out here in these motor streets, man. So we're gonna dive into that Charger EV. So now we're about to move over to the EVs, man. The EVs are, EVs pretty cool. I mean, stepping down to an EV trim level from a true exhaust note, a Hemi exhaust note, V8 exhaust note, to a EV exhaust note, with motors, with electric motors. I don't know how a lot of y'all gonna feel about that, but they have a thing called artificial sound now in EVs. A lot of people may like it, a lot of people may not like it. But they do have artificial sound on the new EV chargers, man. So they do make noise. Now, a lot of you may have seen it, a lot of you may have not seen it. But they're making a unique sound. At first, when they first announced it, it was like, what is that noise? It sounded like a vacuum cleaner. But over time, when they went in and they retuned it, yeah, it's sounding way better. It's actually sounding like a muscle car. It's actually sounding more like a V8. And I'm thinking by the time this car makes it to production and it's actually on the showroom floors, I'm assuming the top trim levels. Now, I don't think all of them are going to make noise. This may just be for the Banshees. This may be for the middle trim level and up. I don't know, but all I can say is I knew this right here was going to be one of the biggest deals when everybody say, okay, we want e-muscle. How can we make a muscle car make noise, make sound if it's an EV? How can we make the fans stay with us and believe in us in this direction that we're going if the car is silent like a Tesla, but it's considered a muscle car? You can't do it. Nobody was going to buy into that. So being that they make noise now, which is amazing because we never seen really EVs. Now, some of them you can kind of hear a little motors, like when they pass by, you can hear a little sound that they make, the little rotating motors, but they don't make noise like this. They don't sound like an actual exhaust note. These sound like Hemis. Not exactly like Hemis, but they sound like V8s. So I thought that was real cool, man, that they actually came out with a feature like that. And I know that was a big problem for a lot of people. Even me, when I first seen it, I was like, I don't know, man. I don't know how we're gonna go about this whole entire EV thing. And then when they announced it at the show, and the entire crowd seen that this car makes noise, I think that was the most, blown away moment by most people, because nobody ever seen that before. And we know Dodge was going to bring it. We know that we're going to try to keep our attention. It was going to be something new moving into the future. And the best part is coming up is the horsepower, man. So let's dive into that horsepower. So these are the articles that's been out there. And I can honestly say, man, I have seen these numbers come across the desk a couple times already. So these may just be legit, numbers or real close to production, horsepower numbers right here. So we're gonna dive into them. So just bear with me. So we got a Charger. I'm assuming 340, horsepower. And then the middle trim level will be around 455, and then I would say they would come out with the top trim level, that's from what I seen, was more so around like 670, somewhere around that, 670 horsepower. So you got 340, 455, and like 670 for the top trim level for the SRT Banshee. Now, how accurate are those numbers? Who knows, man? It's too far out. Are they going to come out with more trim levels in between that? We'll have to see. We will have to see, because I'm hearing a couple different stories when it comes to horsepower anyways. I'm hearing a couple different features that's coming. Like, I don't know if this word got out or whatever, and other people came across these blogs and all these vloggers and stuff like that in stores. But from what I'm hearing is that you're gonna have to unlock some of these either horsepower numbers or features that the car have. Something like auto start, maybe. Like if the car just starts up by itself, kind of like you do now with the combustible engine. I'm just using that as an example. Not saying that you're going to need to start this car with a key, but you know, it's just an example. You know, features like that. Like maybe, you know, access to satellite radios and stuff like that. You're going to pay extra for that. Pay extra for horsepower. Now, that was just a rumor. I'm not even 1,000% sure if that's the way these EVs are going to be built. That's even going to make it to production. I don't even know if this is exactly the way the car is going to look. From what I hear, it's like 80-90% of how the car is supposed to look from what they're saying. They may do a few more touch-ups. They may do a little more different design language, different rims, different exhaust node, different features, stickers, vinyls, stuff like that. You know, it will be definitely a lot of things and a lot of features that they will add to this car. So now we do have a new let's say around 2025-ish, you know, 2026 Ram 1500 EV on the way. Now this is going to be a beast. This is going to be a beast, man. Like for all of my truck guys out there, all my guys that love their trucks, that love their Rams, they love pickups. This is going to be for you. This is something that you guys are really going to appreciate, because it's going to come with a lot of horsepower and it's going to be able to tow a lot, and it's going to have a range of 500 miles. Now that is crazy. I'm gonna say it again. The horsepower is going to be crazy. It's going to be bananas. Okay. The horsepower is going to be bananas. It's going to come with 654 horsepower. Okay. Towing, let's just keep it around 8,000. I was reading on an article that it can go up to 14,000. But I don't know, you know, you got to take that with a grain of salt. I don't know who I can even think of that's going to be trying to pull 14,000. That's what, you pulling the mobile home or something? You pulling the tractor trailer or something, man? I don't know. I mean, whatever you pulling, that's your business. But if you need to tow 14,000 pounds, you may want to go get a semi. So from what I'm seeing, that the Ram TRX likes to tow up to is around 8,000, you know, 8,100 pounds. So I would keep it there. Let's just be on the safe side. You know, we ain't trying to be pulling ships and, you know, yachts and all that stuff with our brand new, you know, 1500 EV. You know, I know some of you guys are going to push it to the test, man, and I don't blame you. I mean, this is a very cool looking, you know, truck, man. I mean, a lot of people have been talking about it. You know, I've been seeing articles. I came across it a few times, and I think I just wanted to throw it in there because coming from, you know, a combustible engine like the from all the Hemis, from the Hellcat Rams, you know, the TRX to EV. I know this is a big jump for most people, even going back to the Charger, converting over to the EVs now, and you're leaving the Hemis behind. I know that's going to hurt a lot of people, and a lot of people feel some type of way towards that, and I get it. I 1000% understand, but we are moving into a new generation, and I just want you guys to be able to convert over without having that either buyer's remorse or that sad feeling, like that kind of like that history that's going to be taken and snatched away from us real soon. So we have to get these orders in now, you know, to get all the Hemis out there that we can, get all the Mopars out there that we can. Like a lot of people know, they just dropped the 392 Chrysler C. I think it's a Chrysler C. You know, I'm gonna have to go back into that and see how that and the airflow. I think I'm gonna touch on the airflow soon. We got some more things coming up. A Rampage. I think a Rampage is on the way. I heard something about a Dakota. Now I heard about a Dakota may make its return. I'm gonna have to do some more research on that, because you know I like to see what's going down out here in these motor streets. You know, I like to stay aware and deliver the news to you guys, you know. But I did hear something about a Dakota making its return for people that want a smaller SUV, or the Rampage, maybe that middle, pickup, not SUV, pickup. You know, the Dakotas, like a lot of people remember the Dakotas back in the day, the early 2000s, and now the Rampage is going to be the new modern version, probably like the middle trim level. Then you're going to probably have the Ram, you know, probably the EV Ram, the 1500. They're never going to probably lose that 1500 name due to history, you know, the legacy of it. So I'm so glad that they're keeping something. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm happy that they're keeping something, some type of history there. You know, instead of us just all out. We already got to get rid of the Hemis, man. Like they already got to go. We can't afford to lose our names too, because I think branding really means a lot. You know, to have a branding, and then when you're coming in with a 2025 Ram EV, with 600 up to let's just say up to 650 horsepower, you know, in production. I don't even know every trim level yet. I haven't even got every trim level. This is just one trim level. We can easy probably go into the thousands with the Ram EV, because we know how Mopar likes to do it. We know how Dodge likes to do it. Now we know how Ram, Jeep, and now Chrysler again. So everybody is kind of on board with the horsepower, but we're just leaving behind engines. You know, we're converting over to EV. So I pretty much get it. So everybody just get out your checkbooks, because these are going to be some awesome cars and pickups and new SUVs on the way, as well as we know the Stealth coming. That's supposed to replace, I think, the Durango around 2025-ish. I want to say somewhere around that. 0 to 60 numbers. Let's go back to the Ram EV. 0 to 60 numbers 4.4 seconds. That is sports car numbers. 4.4 seconds. That is crazy. In a pickup that can tow, from what they're saying, 8,000 to 14,000 pounds. And that's just reading off an article. I don't even know how true that is. I don't even know what modes or features they're going to have on this truck. Why would it need to tow 14,000 pounds? Maybe you need to pull down a house or something. I don't know. I really don't know, but I'm very interested to stay updated with that. But 0 to 60 numbers are crazy. 4.4 seconds. Man, and it ain't even saying, like, I'm just saying, it's not even saying Hellcat. It's not saying TRX. It's not saying SRT. It's just saying Ram EV Rev or something like that. 1500 Rev or something like that. It's so new, and I'm just not coming across it. I just really want to touch on this story, man. And I know once you guys start to see it, you're going to really, when you see it out here more, I think we will accept them a lot more. Being that they're not out yet, it's hard to get that feel, because you know how you can see things kind of like on the camera, and it's like, it's okay. But then when you see it in person on that showroom floor, they have the nice wheels and the paint job all shiny, glistening, and you just fall in love with the truck. You're like, oh man, yo, I got to have this truck. Like, that's the feeling you're going to get. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just like a kid in the candy store, man. Like, so I think we can really appreciate now that we have the Hemis converting over to the EVs, man, and they're going to be sadly missed. But if I'm crossing over and I got the option to get this Ram EV that does 0 to 60 4.4 seconds with 40 plus horsepower, 650 plus horsepower, 0 to 60 in 4.4 seconds. I think I may be sold, man. I may have to sign those papers. But man, I'm just having fun right now. But I just want to touch on a couple things that I came across, a couple articles, and I'm excited about the new Ram EV. And I know all my truck guys out there, baby, this one is for you. You know, and I think I'm gonna leave it right there, man. But I'm gonna try to find some sites and things like that, so you guys can still shop around for your Hellcats, your RTs, you know, your Daytonas, your 392s. Some of you even want the 392 you know, SRT. That was a different trim level. Actually, I'm talking about the Chargers. That was a different trim level from the Scat Pack. I know a lot of people know the Scat Pack, but a lot of people may not know the difference between the 392 SRT and a 392 Scat Pack. The 392 Scat Pack does not come with a supercharger. The 392 SRT comes with a supercharger, and that one was actually one of my favorite. And I was really hoping that they would either they would have put that engine in the new 300 or somewhat brought it back for the last call, you know. So it's sad that they didn't bring it back, but hey, we got something new in store, man. And I'm gonna definitely try to put some car sites down there so you guys can shop around and have some fun, because it's going up come the next couple years, man. We're converting over, so get ready. And I think that's about it. So thank you, peace, love you guys, and I will definitely keep you updated on some new information. Peace.